We have our prefect and owl, Yazzy, will be narrating. We have Finn, who will be doing the voice of Hagrid and Uncle Vernon. We have Suhayo, who will be doing Harry Potter himself and Dumbledore. And we have Zeph, who will be doing Mcgonagall and Aunt Petunia. And last but not least, we have Kevin, who will be doing Dudley. So, again, cannot stress how impressed and how pleased I am with our whole cast here. They have been practicing every single day just to do this for you guys. So please sit back and enjoy our very first voice acting session of Harry Potter.
Dark at this hour, except for the street lamps, the dark street spilling the deep pools of light upon the ground. On the far corner a man materializes out of the darkness. He is tall and thin, with a silver beard long enough to tuck his belt. He wears a purple cloak, and is roughly 150 years old. He is Albus Dumbledore. Dumbledore removed a small silver object from his cloak and put outer, and he extends his hand and click. The nearest street lamp goes out with a soft pop. He continues to click the put outer until all the lamps goes dark. He turns and spies a cat sitting on the wall on number 4. He smiles knowingly.
I should have known you'd be here, Professor McGonagall.
The cat leaps forward, transfigures itself into a rather severe-looking woman in an emerald cloak.
Are the rumors true, Albus?
I'm afraid so. The good and the bad.
And the boy?
Hagrid's bringing him.
You think it wise to trust Hagrid with something as important as this?
I would distrust Hagrid with my life, Professor.
A low rumble disturbs the skies. Dumbledore and Mcgonagall look up, and suddenly a huge motorcycle plummets through the clouds, hits the ground with a thunderous roar. As the smoke clears, a figure climbs up. He's Hagrid. He's quite obviously a giant. In his vast muscular arms, he holds a bundle of blankets.
Evening, Professor Dumbledore. Professor McGonagall.
No problems, I take it, Hagrid?
No, sir. Little Tyke fell to sleep as we was flying over Bristol.
Hagrid steps forward, and Dumbledore takes the bundle and turns toward the doorsteps.
Albus, do you really think it best to leave him here with these people? I've been watching them all day. They're the worst sort of muggles imaginable.
They're the only family he has.
This boy will be famous. There won't be a child in our world who doesn't know his name.
Exactly. It would be enough to turn any boy's head. Famous before he can walk and talk. Famous for something he won't even remember. No. He'll be much better off growing away from all that. Until he is ready.
Dumbledore lays the bundle on the mat. Hagrid sniffles.
There, Hagrid. It's not really goodbye after all.
Hagrid nods, and Dumbledore tucks a parchment envelope into the blankets and steps back, his face suddenly dark and serious.
Good luck, Harry Potter.
A cut still fresh gleams on the baby's forehead. It is the shape of a bolt of lightning, smash cut to 10 years later. A pair of blinking green eyes jerk into the light.
Up now! I said now!
Footsteps recedes and Harry Potter, now 10 years old, swings his skinny legs to the floor. He's small, which is lucky, since his room is not really a room at all, but a merely cupboard under the stairs. Abruptly the cupboard begins to shake and burst, spilling in joist above Harry's head. Calmly, Harry takes a pair of eyeglasses and tapes out the bridge with a sellotape from a nail. Harry comes blinking out the cupboard, watches his enormous cousin Dudley tumble down the last steps. Just then Harry and Petunia appears in the kitchen ahead.
There's the birthday boy. Don't you look smart for your trip to the zoo? You mind the bacon. And don't dare let it burn. I want everything perfect on my Dimplin's special day.
Yes, Aunt Petunia.
Harry enters and finds his Uncle Vernon reading the Daily Mail. Behind him, monstrous piles of presents.
Bring me my coffee, boy.
Yes, Uncle Vernon.
Dudley enters and stares at the presents.
How many are there?
36. Counted them myself.
36, but last year I had 37.
Well now, son, some of these are quite a bit bigger than last year's.
I don't care how big they are.
Now, here's what we'll do. Today, when we're out, we'll buy you 2 more presents. How's that, Popkin?
So then I'll have
38, Popkin.
Aunt Petunia cuffs Harry's underhead on her way to the ringing telephone.
Just mind that bacon.
Yes, Aunt Petunia.
As Dudley tears a box of police soldiers, Uncle Vernon rubs his hair.
Want your money's worth, don't you, Tiger? Well, look there, on Mards since you this 4th Battalion.
Dudley twists the head off of one.
This one's lost its head.
Well now, son, remember, we talked about this. They're not meant to move.
As Dudley tosses the head soldier aside, Harry studies closely. Then Aunt Petunia hangs up the phone and turns.
Bad news. Mrs. Fig's broken her leg. She can't take him.
We could phone Yvonne.
Oh, don't be silly. She hates the boy.
You could just leave me here.
And come back to find the house in ruins.
I don't want him to come. He always spoils everything.
Now, precious, don't cry. He won't spoil anything. What if Mummy buys you 3 more presents?
3?
As many as you want, sweetums.
As Aunt Petunia cuddles him, Dudley shoots Harry a nasty grin through the gap in his mother's arms. As Harry gets in the car, Uncle Vernon leans close.
I'm warning you now, boy. Any funny business any at all and you'll have no meals for a week.
Happy children walking hand in hand with their parents as Dudley places his knees to the gleaming plate of glass.
Make it move.
Uncle Vernon looks over to the zoo map. A huge Burmese painting curly beyond the glass wraps his knuckle in nothing.
Move.
He's asleep.
He's boring.
Dudley swaddles away as the others follows, all but Harry, who steps forward and rubs Dudley's nose print from the glass.
Sorry about him. He doesn't understand what it's like, lying there day after day, watching people press their ugly noses in on you.
The snake nods. Harry stops, looks up and back, whispers.
Can you hear me?
The snake cocks his head and winks.
It's just, I've never talked to a snake before. I mean, do you talk to people often?
The snake regards Harry, then slowly shakes his head no. Harry nods, looking a bit unnerved.
So, you're from Burma, aren't you? Wasn't nice there? Do you miss your family? Oh, I see. That's me as well. I never knew my parents either.
Mommy, Dad, come here. You won't believe what this snake is doing.
Dudley jabs Harry hard in the ribs, sending him tumbling to the concrete floor, angry. Harry looks up as Dudley leans against the glass and vanishes. Dudley flaps forward, the snake slithers out. The people run screaming. Stunned, Harry watches the painting slip into the sunshine, then glances back to the snake's tank. The glass has reappeared, and Dudley sits within, face pale, eyes frozen in terror. Uncle Vernon, face purple with rage, drags Harry by the ear.
I swear, I don't know how it happened. 1 minute the glass was there and the next it was gone. It was like magic.
Uncle Vernon hurls Harry into the cupboard, stares hard.
There's no such thing as magic.
The door slams. Harry sits quietly. Then from his pocket, he removes a damaged soldier Dudley had discarded earlier, reaching up his places into the dark shelf, next to half a dozen others. A single owl swoops down onto Dursley's roofs. Dudley parades the kitchen in a knickerbockers, tailcoat, and strap beater, taping the floor with a knobbly stick while tearing on Petunia snaps a photo with a flash camera.
Oh, Vernon, look at him. To think in only a week he'll be off to smell things.
Proudest moment of my life.
Will I have to wear that too?
You? Go to smell things? Don't be stupid. You'll go to state school where you belong. That there'll be yours once I'm done dyeing it.
Yeah.
Harry glances at a tub of great nut boiling on the stove.
But that's Dudley's old uniform. It'll fit me like bits of old elephant skin.
Fit you fine enough. Now fetch the post.
3 letters lays on the mat, a bill, a postcard, an envelope of yellow parchment. Harry takes all, stops, stares at the envelope. Address in emerald ink. Mr. H. Potter, the cupboard under the stairs, 4 Privet Drive, later swinging Surrey. Harry turns an envelope over and finds a purple wax seal. It is a coat of arms, surrounding the large letter H. Harry drops it on the table and sits, staring at wonderment in his envelope. Uncle Vernon takes the postcard.
Marta Dill, 8 of Honeywell.
Bam! Dudley brings his melting stick down hard on the table.
Dad, look. Harry's got a letter.
Quickly, Uncle Vernon snatches it away.
Hey, that's mine.
Yours would be writing to you.
Uncle Vernon's face goes pale. The boys come flying into the hall, throw themselves against the door, and it slams shut.
No, I want my letter.
I want my stick.
Harry and Dudley makes a furious play for the keyhole, but Dudley sees pre-proof too much, and Harry glasses tangling the floor from one ear and settles for the crack between the door and floor of Uncle Vernon's thick black shoes pacing back and forth.
Look at the address. How could they possibly know where he sleeps? You don't think they're watching the house?
Watching, spying, following us. We both know the dangerous nonsense your sister and her husband were mixed up with.
Well, what should we do, Vernon? Should we write back? Tell them we don't want...
No. We'll ignore it. If they don't get an answer, yes, that's best. I'll burn it.
No, no, no! Give me my letter!
For the rest of the week, more and more owls arrived delivering letters and addressed to Harry Potter, and every letter was destroyed by Uncle Vernon. Harry watching in despair as the only evidence has burned away, and yet the questions burned inside him. Who was this person who was so determined to contact him? Until Sunday. Dudley lies on the floor, destroying another birthday toy. Aunt Petunia carefully sips a cup of coffee. But Uncle Vernon, who sits in the armchair, smiling strangely.
Fine day, Sunday. Best day of the week, in my opinion. Know why I say that, Dudley?
Because there's no post on Sundays.
Uncle Vernon looks up brightly, but Harry's eyes are on the window. Behind him outside, the sky is dark with owls.
Right you are, Harry. No damn letters today. No, sir, not one blasted.
Just then something whistles down the chimney and smacks Uncle Vernon's flat on the back of the head. Seconds later, another follows, and then another, until the living room is all blocked with letters. Harry leaps onto the table, trying to snag one, when Uncle Vernon seizes him by the waist. As Uncle Vernon stumbles, Harry shakes free from his grasp and stares dumbly. Letters swirls up and down the hall.
Who on earth wants to talk to you this badly?
A letter flutters at Harry's fingertips before Uncle Vernon sweeps it away, eyes closed, shouting crazily.
That does it! We're going away! Far away! Where they can't get to us! Where they can't find us!
Daddy's gone mad, hasn't he?
A very sad-looking hut sits perched on a large rock. Farsi, Wind whistle and the sea rages. Uncle Vernon and Aunt Petunia sleep on a lumpy bed in the hut's only bathroom. Dudley snores and Mac in his sofa. Harry lies on the bare floor beneath a ragged blanket. Lightning flashes as the room goes dark again. Harry studies the light dial of Dudley's watch, and it ticks towards the midnight. Harry puts the last touches a birthday cake. He etches in the dust that layers the floor.
Make a wish, Harry.
Closing his eye, he blows, and the flames of dust scatter. Eyes still closed, Harry holds the wish then. BOOM! The door shudders, hings a squeal, and Finn swirls out of his house and falls to the floor. BOOM! Uncle Vernon comes sliding into the room, in his socks and rifle in hand, paper hanging by a string from the barrel.
Who's there? I warn you, I'm armed.
Smash! The door falls flat. An immense silhouette stands against the raging sea outside, identical to the beastly figure seen climbing the stairs in Godrey Hollow. He's Hagrid, and he's rather obviously a giant. Presently he's standing on the front door.
Right. Sorry about that.
Hagrid steps clear, takes the door and fits back into the frame, glances at Dudley, frowns.
Mind I haven't seen you since you was a baby, Harry, but you're a bit more along than I would have expected, especially around the middle.
I'm not Harry.
I am.
Hagrid turns and watches Harry's face come into light.
Well, now, of course you are. I demand you leave at once, sir. You are breaking and entering. Ah, dry up, Dursley, you great crone.
Hagrid takes the rifle, nuts into like a piece of licorice.
Anyway, Harry, got something for you. Afraid I might have sat on it at some point, but I imagine it tastes alright just the same. Let's see here. Got it here somewhere.
Hagrid rummaging his coat, removes a kettle, a frying pan, sausage, and one pink umbrella, and finally a squashed paper box
Here it is.
containing a chocolate cake with Happy Birthday, Harry, scarlet and green icing.
Baked it myself, words and all.
Thank you.
But it's not every day your young man turns 11.
Harry turns to the fireplace, gives the amber poke with the pink umbrella. As they roar to life, he takes the frying pan, loves into the sausages. Dudley perks up as they sizzle.
Excuse me, sir, but, who are you?
Harry stares blanking. Hagrid frowns.
Blimey, Harry. Did you never wonder where your parents learned it all?
Learned what exactly?
What? Dursley? Do you mean to tell me the boy knows nothing?
Uncle Vernon stands mute. Harry simmers, then shakes his head and turns back to the fire.
You're a wizard, Harry.
For a moment, the hut is utterly silent.
I'm a what?
A wizard, and a thumping good one, I'd wager, once you've been trained up a bit.
No, you must have made a mistake. I can't be a wizard. I mean, I'm just Harry. Just Harry.
That right. Tell me just Harry. Ever make something strange happen when you were scared, maybe, or angry?
As Harry looks up in recognition, Hagrid slaps a soggy envelope into Harry's hand, and Harry opens it and reads.
Dear Mr. Potter, we are pleased to inform you that you've been accepted at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
As Harry looked up, Hagrid winks and takes a bite of the sausage.
You'll not be going, I tell you. We swore when we took him in we put a stop to that rubbish.
You knew? You knew I'm a wizard?
Aunt Petunia, looking furious, emerged from the shadows.
Of course we knew. How could you not be, my bratted sister being what she was? Oh, Mother and Father were so proud when the letter came. A witch in the family. Isn't it wonderful? I was the only one who saw her for what she was. A freak. Then she met that Potter and had you. I knew you'd be the same. Just as strange, just as abnormal. And then, if you please, she went and got herself blown up, and we got landed with you.
Blown up? You told me my parents died in a car crash.
Car crash? A car crash killed Lily and James Potter. It's an outrage! A scandal! You'll not be going, I tell you. And I suppose a great Muggle like yourself is going to stop him.
Muggle?
Not magic folk.
Ah.
This boy's name's been down ever since he was born. He's off to the finest school of witchcraft and wizardry in the world, and he'll be under the greatest headmaster Hogwarts has ever known, Albus Dumbledore. I would not pay for some crackpot old fool to teach him magic tricks.
Hagrid spins an ice bulging.
Never insult Albus Dumbledore in front of me!
Hagrid spins and points the umbrella at Uncle Vernon. Then spies out with one hand using Harry for the kid. Pop! A flash of violet light hits Dudley square in the room. Instantly a pigtail curls through the back of his trousers. Uncle Vernon roars and hurries everyone out of the room.
I'm serious. And it turned me into a complete pig, whole hog and all. Suppose he was so much like a pig already, there wasn't much left to do.
Hagrid sees Harry staring in awe at the pink umbrella.
Be grateful you didn't mention that to Hogwarts. Strictly speaking, I'm not allowed to do magic. Bit behind schedule, aren't we? Best be off.
Harry exits, leaving Harry to consider his sorry surroundings. He looks momentarily at a loss. Then Hagrid pokes his head back in.
Lens, of course. You'd rather stay.
Hagrid and Harry travel to London. Harry reads aloud from his list, and he trails Hagrid, who draws an eye or two as a giant in central London will.
First year students will require 3 sets of plain work robes, 1 plain pointed hat for day wear, and a pair of dragonhide gloves?
Hagrid chuckles at a parking meter.
Face these muggles dream up.
Harry sits behind Hagrid, continues to read from his list.
And the standard following set books. The Standard Book of Spells by Miranda Goshawk. 1000 Magical Herbs and Fungi by Lydia Spore.
Hagrid leads Harry on, parting the crowd easily.
1 wand, 1 standard size tube pewter cauldron, and may bring if they desire either an owl, a cat, or a toad. You can find all this in London?
Harry passes by a narrow grey door, then stands between the bookshop on one side, a record shop on the other.
If you know where to go.
Yay.
Yay!
Thank you guys so much! So, if you would like to unmute yourselves and give everyone a huge round of applause. Yay! Again, a huge shout out. Let's give a round of applause for Yaz for her amazing narration and sound effects.
Thank you.
To Suhayo for his amazing rendition of Dumbledore and Harry Potter. Yay! Finn for his incredible rendition of Hagrid and Uncle Vernon. And for Zeph for her awesome rendition of Mcgonagall and Aunt Petunia. And Kevin for his amazing Dudley. Yay!
Yay.
That's an insult.
Wow. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Awesome. Again, thank you to everyone who came to support them. Now is an awesome opportunity for you to reach out to all of the voice actors and tell them what parts you loved the most and what a great job that they did. And yes, I'm sorry guys, I'm totally encouraging them to DM you this. So enjoy that for the next few hours. So again,
I need some attention.
At least I'm on Do Not Disturb, so I won't be hearing all that.
All right. Again, a huge thank you for everyone who came to attend this. These guys worked so hard every day to make sure that they were ready and they were excited for it. So now the next part is in all of your hands. If there's anyone who would be interested in taking up the mantle and hosting the next part of it, thank you. It was my pleasure hosting this. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I wanted to do something different that you guys hadn't seen before. So I'm glad it worked. Congratulations, everyone, and have an amazing day.
Yo, next Dudley, you got some big ass shoes to fill.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay.
See y'all.
Bye.
See y'all.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.